Hey, what's going on, guys? Aarava here, and welcome back to my F1 2018 Alfa Romeo Fantasy Career Mode here with Motorsport Manager. We're here for round number 2 of Season 2 at the Beijing, the Chinese Grand Prix. Really awesome episode last time out. If you did miss that, be sure to go check that one out before you see this one, uploaded just yesterday. And yeah, very good start to the season. Also in some other ways, a little bit unfortunate and unlucky, but obviously we got a really great 6th place there with Carlos Sainz around Australia. Leclerc could have been on for a podium, but then crashed, so that was an unfortunate race, but positive signs came out of it in terms of the way Sainz was able to keep in 6th place despite a bit of a poor start from him. And Leclerc was up in 3rd at one point, so definitely could have got a podium maybe if we just, I think we gambled a bit too much, so maybe have to watch out for that and rein that in, and we'll see if there's going to be any rain to come around China. But first of all, we've got, we've got a dilemma here from Charles. I'm not feeling myself lately. You need to tell me to push, conserve, overtake. I don't feel like it's me racing anymore. I feel like a puppet. I want to make my own decisions for a while. I just can't remember what it feels like to race without a whole team in my ear. I understand it's a risk, but I'd really appreciate the trust. So I say, let's try it. Add personality trait, gone rogue. But also added personality trait of renewed passion, or I'm the boss here, minus 20 morale. Well, how much morale is he on at the moment? I need to see driver details here. He's got pretty damn high morale. Like, he got plus 5 in the interview, minus 13 from Sydney on how that ended, but, he's got pretty high morale. Carlos Sainz, he's a little bit down. And he's got like a minus 10 overall because of Leclerc. Apparently, a personality trait is selfish from Leclerc. So he's got like, he's just there the entire time. I don't know, really. I think we can probably take the hit for the morale, to be honest. I think we can take the hit in terms of if he goes rogue, I literally can't control him. He does what he wants, and we basically lose all sense of, right, okay, let's, do the conservative strategy, or, all right, let's push right now, let's push on the in-lap, or anything like that. So, no, unfortunately, Charles, I'm going to have to say I'm the boss here. Minus 20 in the morale. Unfortunate, but that's how it's going to be. So his morale is now, it's not that bad. It's just over half. That's fine. That's manageable. If we have a good race next time, we could bring that right up. Anyway, got slot 6. Sponsors here, we've got Hooters, Chevrolet, or Rowe Motor Oil. 16 races for 3.2 million. 13 races, 200,000 a pop there. And then 225 a pop for 8 races. So obviously we know that. Let's kind of get this per race of this 3.2 million as I type it into my calculator over here. My phone, we've got 200k per race basically for 16 races. So the better deal is going to be Rowe Motor Oil. 8 races long as well. So that means we have basically a better turnover, a brand new sponsor in 8 races time rather than 13. And that's the most money we can get per race. So I'd rather take that than even the upfront payment at 3.2 million. So welcome aboard Motor Oil. And let's move forward then. I think we have much else going on. We've got the gearbox being built, 31 days. The car is going to be repaired in 2 days' time. So we're going to bring that through here on the mail. Car repair is done. So in terms of reliability, we're working on the rear wing and the front wing. Engine was fine last time. Brakes were good as well. So we're going to continue to work on that. And then the performance as well. So actually, we're pretty high on these things already. So let's move this to 8 to 2 there. So going to get done 19 days. But obviously, we're only looking for around 80% maybe max. And then the performance we'll start working on. So actually, if I just fast forward here and just kind of see when this becomes around 80, 74%. That's pretty close. Forecasting center, apparently something that our team wants. Alina here, Alina Watkins. Well, I don't know. How much is a forecasting center? That honestly would actually be quite useful sometimes, for us, especially when we're trying to gauge when the weather is coming. 6 million. We've got 6.7 to spend at the moment. I feel like we need to do some penny saving at the moment and save up for maybe 3 races or so to really get enough money to maybe throwing around that kind of cash on a new building. So let's quickly just wait here. One more day. That takes us to 79, 72, 74, 73. 2 more days. Is that going to be the one we want? 81. We can take that off. 75, 75, 75. We've got Beijing Grand Prix. Beijing? Yeah, Beijing. Preview. I was about to say Beijing Grand Prix. Hamilton 1. I don't know what that's about. Toyota Scout. Oh, they've upgraded the scouting center. Okay, I don't know why that's really worthy of me knowing. Absolutely. But anyway, improved parts. Right. 78, 79, 70. That's pretty damn decent. So let's remove all that. Put all to the staff. What else can we do? Suspension's pretty low. And then it can never hurt to kind of improve the brakes at all. I guess add that on. That's quite low. So yeah, those 4. We're going to move this all the way to performance. So 19 to 1 then. We'll get done in 8 days time apparently. Max performance there. That's quite fast actually. Right, we're moving on to Beijing. It's already time for practice and not much else to talk about. So, Beijing, medium tyre wear, low fuel. We'll take plenty of the medium tyres. 6. Yeah, we'll go 4, 5, 6 there. Once again, I think conservative's the way to go, really. It's looking like for our car and in general. I mean, when we have more pace than the others, then obviously aggressive's the way to go. But, okay, we've got a pretty even split, I think, from last time. Brakes to Carlos, engine to Carlos, front wing to Leclerc, though, gearbox to Carlos, rear wing to Carlos, and then suspension to Carlos. Most of it is actually going to Carlos, but you can see the actual difference for the rear wing, suspension, and the gearbox isn't too much. Even for the brakes as well, it's not that much. The big difference is low speed and top end speed, and you can see we kind of got even kind of Leclerc gets the front wing, he gets the engine. But even with the better part, technically the more better parts that Sainz had up until when he crashed, Leclerc was actually doing the better job. So there's no doesn't look like it's affecting me too much. So let's just go to practice. Apparently it's going to be all clear. We'll see. I would actually like some rain in the race potentially because that always helps us in the race because the AI a little bit poor on the rain strategy. But if not, we'll just have to try and do the best job we can. Right, no rain in practice makes our job a little bit easier. We send them out and we'll have all the time in the world to hopefully get level 3 on the medium tires and level 3 on the race trim. But first of all, do the setup as per usual. It's definitely going to be a little bit easier, but that is going to mean the AI will also technically get the best levels they can get. So I'm kind of half and half always. I'm a little bit always annoyed when the rain does fall in practice and it's a difficult session to navigate, but at the same time, it probably does benefit us to a point with the AI not getting levels, although obviously that's just me guesstimating that the AI the way the AI gets simulated for what they get in practice is the exact same as I would run it. Because if I was to simulate practice, I wouldn't be getting level 3, because the AI would take control of my team and do something completely different. So it's kind of half and half, but we got a little bit wrong this way. So probably go towards top end speed there, but downforce is looking good, maybe a little bit more even. Perhaps, I don't know, actually, I'm going to wait till Charles comes in. Let's see what it gives him. Right, okay, looks like a little bit less downforce, actually, because I gave Charles, for sure, a lot more downforce. Right, there we are. Ooh, nearly on the money there with Charles. A little bit off on Sainz's handling there, on poor. So he didn't like the... Well, we went from middle to kind of more oversteer. So I guess he wants to go the other way. So he's got a bit different to Leclerc, because Leclerc is actually okay with the oversteer. It looks like from what I can tell. So let's go about that much. Might be excellent. At the moment, where were we at? We're at great. So probably the little tweak here. I'm going to do this, I think. Yeah, there we go. Right, I think that might be excellent. Good downforce. Great. So actually, wait, he wanted to go the other way. So him and Leclerc have got a completely different way of going about it. Leclerc wanted less downforce, it looks like, and Sainz wanted more. Right, back in. There we go. 2 excellence and a great. I'm going to send him out on now a long-ass stint of 12 laps on that same set of mediums. Just keep on getting that knowledge in. And then Sainz, 2 excellence and a great. Bravo. Bravissimo. Everything's all good. So long stint for you as well. 12 laps. Just go out and run those laps, you lackeys, and we'll get the knowledge up. And there we have it. With about 550 to spare, we have got level 3 for both of them, so they're both going to come in, and we're going to send them straight back out, and maybe, just maybe, get some last-minute qualifying trim knowledge. 3 laps, super soft tyres, there you go. 3 laps, super soft tyres, there you go. Let's see. 5 minutes, just over, yeah, just about 5 minutes on track action here. For them to maybe try and get level 1. Come on, boys. Speed away. Ooh, I don't think it's going to happen. We crossed 230, and we weren't at halfway through this level, so I think this is not going to be it. So once again, we're going to be robbed of getting qualifying and super soft knowledge here with a couple of seconds to go in the session. That is going to be session over for us, and oh my god, that is annoying. God damn it. That's like the difference between, like, if I hadn't to, I think I had to send that 3 different times to do their setup. If it was only 2 times, if I guessed it a little bit better, that could have been, it could have maybe been level 1 on those, on that knowledge. But 14th and 15th there, not too bad. We'll see how qualifying goes. I mean, it was a pretty decent qualifying in Australia. I wasn't too disappointed with it, so I think we can do well here. The car definitely is a step up from last year, so there's all that chance of us doing well. Just that obviously having no knowledge doesn't help us. I have no idea if the AI ever have that much knowledge of it, but yeah. Right, taking qualifying, we'll send Sainz out first, being the more experienced or faster man out of the two, and then we'll send out, look, actually, wait, hang on, why am I sending him out straight away? We're going to wait a little bit again, try and do this manually with Sainz, so we'll drag that to over there, wait for the little ticker to go over by the end of optimization, and then bring it on and feather it. Seems to be the best way that at least I've seen in terms of that I know of. There's probably a better way to do it to maybe bring brake temps down, but I also think that's a lot to do with just the nature of the track. Perfect and overheated. Again, we get very close. We get very, very close actually these days with the brakes as well. So I'm almost perfect on those. It's just sometimes the car or the track's just not working with me to do it. Right, we're in a bit of traffic here with Leclerc, so I'm actually going to start off slowing him down a little bit here on this outlap. Ooh, we're a little bit iffy there. We're just about imperfect. We're very overheated on the brakes, but we have got a nice gap here with Leclerc. You can see, although there is a car down his inside, he's been overtaken by Force India, so that's not going to be a great lap there for Charles again. He's going to probably go a little bit better in his second attempt, so a little bit of a weird kind of switch there. Obviously, Leclerc's kind of in the same position Gio was in last season, where he's going second in the running order. I don't know, maybe I need to just start doing them at the same time and have one of them just on auto on the computer, because the computer's not bad at doing it by any means, so I don't know. Right now, I'm just waiting for a gap here with Sainz. I think there's a gap here now. A lot of cars are coming in, so let's send them out now for a second lap here. Yeah, pretty decent gap, I would say there. Very decent gap, actually. Right, Charles is... Oh, wait one sec. Right, Charles is going to have a gap, I think, so I'm going to send him out. I'm going to put him on auto, and I need to now manually do Carlos's. Where is he on track? Right, that's going to be very, very touch and go with that. Right, we're going to put this to auto over here, and we've got perfect. Okay, I actually measured that correctly. So now I can do Charles. I can take this off manual, and I can just push him hard. Right, go slow down here. That's what I had for Sainz, and it seemed to work quite well. Ooh, good and good. Right, not perfect, but good and good. But it's a white and then a green sector for Sainz there. And he's gone across the line. He's sworn, so not a good lap. He's messed it up. He's not done as well as his first lap there. Sainz green, not Sainz, Leclerc green in the first sector, green in second, across the line, and it is 19th, and it is going to be just ahead of Sainz by literally 1/100th of a second there. Fair play, Leclerc, fair play. Sainz not doing the job there on that second flying lap, but we're down the order 19th and 20th. That is not the qualifying I was looking for. I was hoping for at least back again around 16th, 17th there. Some ways off Gasly in the Toro Rosso, and Hartley again. I don't know what Hartley's on. He's not that good. He's got like 2 and a bit stars, but he's in 5th with the Toro Rosso car. Crazy. Right, getting on to the race then. Medium tire and race trim, of course, for our knowledge. Car setup is all good. 2 excellence and a great. Going on to pushing at the start. Overtake mode. We'll bump that up to a full attack as we get going here. But looks like it's going to be all dry. Ooh, whoops. I completely just messed that up. That's annoying. Right, we're on super softs at the very start. Okay, let's just roll with it. This might be a bit different now as we go towards 5 red light. Well, why are we paused? Why can't I unpause it? Go. There we go. Okay, for some reason, there's no buttons on the bottom of my screen, but we're going to 5 red lights to the Chinese Grand Prix then, and there they are. And from 19th and 20th on the grid, it's hopefully going to be a good start. I mean, they've got a lot of battery place, and they've got super soft tyres. So we are attacking hard now on the opening lap because we've got a new strategy here being forced onto us. We're going hard and fast at the beginning of this race to try and make up places, and then we'll go conservative later on in the race. We're going to speed this up. Leclerc is down to 21st right now, and now up to 20th, now up to 19th, but Sainz is the one making the use of the super soft tyres then in the opening part of this race. He's up into 15th now, going against his old team there, Kobayashi. He's now up to 13th place, so a cracking start then from the Spaniard, and the super soft tyres are obviously coming out in full force at the moment. We'll go down to pushing now. We'll keep on overtake mode. But okay, we're going to have to run this race a little bit backwards. I was potentially maybe going to have to use a set of soft tyres or something like that, maybe towards the end of this race, because I think this is a two-stopper, I think, if I remember correctly from last season. But, I mean, I don't know. This might work out, because nonetheless, Sainz is up into 10th. So, let's just see. Might not be all disaster. Maybe this will be a blessing in disguise for us as we go on neutral and high now for both of them. And we'll try and stick like this now. And Leclerc using ERS, trying to go down the inside of the Force India. No, the Force India instead overtakes. That's Kobayashi on Ocon. Kobayashi goes slow, and Leclerc makes a double overtake on Kobayashi and Ocon. Great stuff. Up into 14th now. Sainz stays put in 9th, just ahead of Felipe Massa. Behind Brendan Hartley now, although he gets overtaken by Massa. Unfortunately there. Hartley going a little bit slow. Can we try and maybe overtake him soon as we go around the outside of Massa? Doesn't quite work out. We've got some ERS to use though. So through the final corner, I'll use a big hit of it. Go back on auto. Down the main straight. It's a triple overtake. 3 wide around the outside. Doesn't work out there for Sainz for now. And so we remain in 10th place. We're going to go conservative now. Try and drag out these tyres somewhat. Leclerc in 14th there. He's trying to do his best to catch up to Grosjean. He should have the pace on super softs, obviously, compared to medium tyres, but at the moment proving difficult. Meanwhile, Sainz, 10th, just ahead of Gasly and Ricciardo. Ricciardo's struggling in this Grand Prix so far. Right, lap 7, still in 10th. Ricciardo's right up our gearbox. We actually tried to overtake Massa, but it didn't work out there. Just didn't have the pace, and now Leclerc is really dropping off, so I feel like we need to go full-on attack here and really push these tyres now. Wring the neck out of them. Worn tyres, yes, I know. That's because we're going to use them. Worn tyres for Sainz. Don't worry about that, because we're going to pit in now on this lap with Leclerc. So these will go 19 laps. So if we do about 17 laps each on these tyres, we'll be able to make a 2-stop work with 2 sets of medium tyres. So not all is lost here, and it looks like either way I would have had to make a 2-stop, so we've just done it backwards really. We'll go for the fast pit stop. We're going to use all the ERS once we get into the back part of this lap. Meanwhile, with Sainz now, we're going to start pushing hard. He's going to come in on the next lap then. And Leclerc, I'm just going to bring this to medium because the fuel's really going overboard there. And now we use the ERS all the way through this final corner. Use all of that as we come into the pit lane. Perfect timing there with the ERS. And now I'll pit in with Sainz medium tyres on the next lap. Recharge the battery 100%. Fast pit stop will go with him. No mistakes for Leclerc. I don't think that was on the pit stop. So good stuff there. We'll keep it on medium on the fuel. But we'll push out a little bit on this out lap and see what we can do. Already up into 23rd. Going nearly around the outside of, I think it was, people said it was pronounced Crayhammer, I think. Which is, I don't know, the way I look at that word, I feel like it's like one of those foreign words where it's like Kramer, but I guess, yeah, it is kind of Crayhammer. But, okay, Sainz, fast pit stop, he's good. We'll go medium again with him, and high, and he's out in 24th, wow. Okay, the undercut worked out a mega treat there with Leclerc. Okay, did not expect that. Did not expect that. Right, Leclerc 23rd, Sainz 20th at the moment there, so good pace from him. Fuel-wise, we're both a little bit low, but we're on medium, so they'll bring the fuel back in eventually. And now it's just all about tyre wear, really, and trying to gauge, you know, it's a balancing act of pushing and neutral. But I think this could work. I think I'm liking this. This mistake has turned into something that could work out well. You know, we're in clean air with Sainz especially. Although the Toro Rosso does use some ERS to try and close up on us. Let's use some ERS back. No, the Toro Rosso got us. God damn it. I had to use the ERS earlier because Hartley's overtaken us, and that's quite a crucial overtake for him to make. So let's push back here. Can we please get him again? I need to push away from him then once we overtake him. So go through this final corner here. Let's use ERS. There we go. Right back ahead of him now. Neutral. ERS down the straight. Get away from Hartley. Getting some clean air. And use that to good effect. Right, I'm focusing on Leclerc now. We're closing up on Crayhammer in the McLaren 19th place. Ocon in 18th there. Can we use some ERS down this last bit of the straight through the final corner? Close up a little bit. 2-3 tenths gain there around the outside maybe. No, not quite, but we'll push on. Right, Sainz got good pace. Leclerc's 7 tenths up on his last lap, so that's good. Sainz just took off 3 tenths there from his last lap. Still getting caught by Hartley a little bit, so let's use some more ERS to get away from him. Try and close up to what will be Extreme. I don't know. I can't remember. I didn't even remember the comments of how I'm meant to pronounce that. No, Hartley's coming back at us. Hartley's got us back. God, Hartley, piss off, man. Seriously, just piss off. Right, we got him back. We're back up. Got to use ERS though to defend. God damn it, Brendan Hartley, you're being a real prick in my thorn. Is that the way? Is that the saying? That's definitely not the saying, but he's being some sort of prick, I guess. Yeah. Just ahead in 12th, but this is not looking good. They're all attacking me. Oh, go pushing, go pushing, go pushing. We need to stay ahead. We need to stay ahead. We need to keep track position at all costs, even if it means wearing our tyres a little bit more. We need to keep this track position, Carlos. A little bit of ERS, 2% of ERS. Keep going, keep ahead, keep ahead. Right, so at the moment, Carlos is staying in P10. Hartley's dropped back a little bit because the likes of Gasly and Ocon on fresher tyres have come up and overtaken him there. So we're pretty much, apart from Massa, we're the top end of the people on mediums right now. Actually, Lynn's there in 5th, so he's doing quite well, but he's yet to pit, I think. For now, though, I think medium. I think Ocon overtaking us is going to be inevitable, I think. But Leclerc in 15th place, closing up towards Grosjean and Hartley. Maybe there goes Sainz. He's battling Ocon right now. He's kept ahead, just about ahead of Ocon. Meanwhile, with Leclerc, we've been pushing him because he did have some tyre wear left in the tank there. 40% though. A little bit more worn due to that one more lap he is obviously on these tyres for. Gasly now setting a fast lap of the Grand Prix. Well, good pace though. 3/10 faster on that last lap there by Sainz. Despite us trying to defend from Ocon then. Gasly, even though he's just set fast up the Grand Prix, he's within touching distance ahead of us. Leclerc goes down to 16th. He's been overtaken by Hulkenberg, unfortunately. We're on high fuel mixture, but we're getting towards the end of this stint for him, potentially. He needs to go on a little bit longer, though, because this won't get to the end otherwise. We need him to go like one or two more laps here. 34% worn, though, is not too bad. That could probably give him maybe 2 more laps of tyre wear, I would say. I think so. We'll go on for 1 more lap. And then we'll pit on lap 23 and push him on lap 23. Meanwhile, with Carlos, we can go even longer, I think. And actually, we can use some fuel and some tyres right now, actually, probably. Right, Leclerc's got worn tyres. We'll now start overtake mode. And we'll push on for this next lap. Really use that all. We're going to pit in now. Medium tyres. Park condition is fine, I would imagine. Yep, that's all good. Fast pit stop and use all the ERS. We'll use all of it at the end of the back straight here. But he catches up to Hulkenberg somewhat. 4/10. Sainz got worn tyres. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that for now. Let's just focus on Leclerc as he comes through here. Use ERS down this straight to go around the outside of the Red Bull and try and get... Oh, he gets blocked by the Renault. Really annoying there. Goes down the inside of the Renault, though, and overtakes him right there. And now Carlos overtake. Push in. Park condition is fine. Add charge. Fast pit stop. And we're on a new set of mediums. There we go. And you got a lot of ERS to use. Right, using all the ERS as we come in now. We've gained about 2 seconds there using that ERS and pushing down the inside of the Force India there. So made a move into the pit lane. So both drivers overtaking on the entry. So that's kind of nice to see. Right, get on auto. Go medium fuel. Go pushing. At the moment, Sainz out in 15th. Leclerc in 19th place. So I'm going to go medium with Sainz. Where is he actually? Where is he on track? Is he near someone? Yes, he is. He's right behind Van Dorn, I think. Is that? Yeah, that's Van Dorn. Right. Yeah, I keep forgetting Van Dorn's in the bloody Sauber now. So let's push to try and overtake him as quickly as we can there. We'll go medium. We'll use some ERS, actually, if we can, over here as we go through the corners. We'll use it off this next little corner here. A lot of ERS used. Auto. Going down the straight. Van Dorn's kept there. So I'm not gonna bother fighting Van Dorn too hard. We'll just keep it on neutral. If he overtakes him, because Van Dorn's gonna be out of sync of this Grand Prix with us. The same can be said for Buemi up ahead. So let's just keep a cool head here. Go on medium. And use some ERS to maybe overtake him. Nope, doesn't work out there. There we go. Round the outside. Use the ERS. Come on. Pinch him. There we go. Up into 16th. Keep on going, Charles. Keep it going. Right, Sainz is still behind Van Dorn, although he's not lost too much time here, but we don't want to make this a habit right now with 15 laps to go. So I really hope Van Dorn does get out of the way soon. Otherwise, we'll lose too much time. At the moment, Sainz is not complaining about it, but obviously dirty air and all that. So is he going to pit in soon? Please come in, Van Dorn. Use ERS to catch up to him. Still not coming in here. He is. He's not coming in yet. Come on, get past him. Get past him. All right, we're losing time now. We're losing time because of bloody Van Dorn. It's like 2 laps gone now. I'm having to use ERS to defend from the bloody Force India. Stoffel, just get out the freaking way, man. You're a bloody Sauber, for goodness sake. 12 laps gone. Oh, my God. We're overtaken by Ocon. Van Dorn, you absolute... I can't even say the word. You... Bloody hell. And Ocon just overtakes him like that. God, that's annoying, man. Get out the way. Get out the damn way. All right, you know what? Overtake mode attack. Get him out the way, man. Get him out the way. You need to overtake him. Go away. Finally. Jesus, he pits in that lap. Wow. Bloody hell. Right, Leclerc's in 14th. He was 13th, but he's been overtaken by Hulkenberg on super soft tyres. So Hulkenberg going for a bit of an alternate strategy there at the end of this Grand Prix. Meanwhile, we're in 12th. We've got Ricciardo pitting. And so we're up into 11th with Carlos Sainz, ahead of a Red Bull. That's quite interesting. But with still plenty of laps to go in this Grand Prix, we need to watch out here. I need to hope the likes of Ocon, Gasly, Massa fall off their tyres massively. Otherwise, I don't think we're getting points in this race, maybe. All right, we've got 5 laps to go, and Leclerc is complaining of worn tyres. That's not the best thing to hear right now. What's Verstappen on? He's on 23. Is Verstappen pitting? Verstappen is pitting on 23. Perez is on 41. What's Massa on? He's on 37. He's not going to pit. Are we going for a 3-stop even? Is this a 3-stop race? I can't remember from last season. I mean, we're just about faster than our previous lap, but it's not looking great at the moment. 26% worn. Ah, we pretty much have to come in. I think we're being forced to come in basically at this point. I think we have to come in. I think we have to come in for another bloody stint. We don't even have tyres here to use. We've got worn super softs. Well, I'll put on the soft tyres. Recharge the battery. I'm not liking this. This is a 3-stop that I don't want to make, but 24% worn. You just know my tyres are going to go off the cliff then. So in that case, I need to start pushing Sainz and try and use the ERS, which I did not do with Leclerc, unfortunately. But he comes out. He's got a little bit of extra fuel, maybe, if he saves enough right here, but he's down in 17th. Right, Sainz in. Good pit stop, please. Oh, mistake on the right rear. Mistake on the right rear. Where is Leclerc? Sainz will come out just ahead of Charles. We've both got blue flags, though. Gonna go on auto here. Got medium, push. Right, interesting. Both of them just out, but we've got blue flags there. But we've saved some fuel. Oh, Charles has saved 1. Look at that. That's definitely glitched. In like 2 laps, he's gained +1 of fuel. That's mad. Right, just push on then to the end then. With Sainz, we have to save some fuel, but we're in 16th and 17th. I'm hoping there are definitely other people who are going to make pit stops soon. Otherwise, unfortunate race for us. 3-stop that we just couldn't make. We couldn't make the 2-stop work. Yeah, final lap of the Grand Prix. We're 14th and 15th, so we've kind of recovered a little bit. But these guys on very worn softs are just going to come through. And 17% worn. 17% worn, the Haas is going to come through on the final lap of the Grand Prix. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. 14th and 15th. Even with the mistake. I mean, if we didn't even have the mistake, I still wouldn't have been able to make this race probably. Because the pace would have been so bad. 14% worn. See, the AI seem to be able to go so much harder on the tyres. Like, in terms of they can still have good pace on like 14% wear. Whereas mine just start to completely drop off. I don't know if they're on backup. I can't tell right now because they're still racing. Hulkenberg's still racing here. And he's on conservative, but... annoying. He gets points. Right. Whoa. Kind of glad we got that amazing result in Australia then with Sainz, because no points here today, unfortunately. Right, no points for us today, so we move to 6th place now. Williams ahead of us, Force India ahead of us. Clearly, you can see Force India in a bit of a better league, and I think Williams are still catchable, I think. But definitely I think Force India are not in our league, so maybe the best we can hope for is 5th, maybe. We're still ahead of Renault and Toro Rosso, which is positive. So all in all, not terrible for the championship, but definitely took a big hit there in terms of my confidence levels. I mean, completely dry race, though, so what else do you expect, really? We kind of thrive on the changeability in this game, for sure. Driver form 8.1, 4.0 for Leclerc. Still bringing the cash in, though. And overall, -10 from Beijing there. Chairman not amazingly happy with that. Interview with ESPN. Hamilton demolished the competition last race. Do you think F1 is coming too predictable? Yes, I do. I think it needs a shake-up, and that's going to add to marketability. Awesome. Right, correct answer then. Pit crew review, and that's fine for now. Right, bit of a weird Grand Prix, that one. Don't really know how to call that. I don't know how that went, really, honestly. I think that was just the nature of the track. China definitely is a bit of a difficult track from the past races we've done. Anyway, either way, guys, if you have enjoyed that episode, hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, as always. If you are new around here, then do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I've been Aarava. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.